Welcome back to the Creative Mindset channel. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me again. Wanted to talk about 3 steps that are a great cheat code for success. I'm going to get right into it. The first one is you got to believe in yourself. I'm a big advocate of having delusional confidence. Whether you want to be an astronaut, an actor, you're an artist, you want to play professional sports, maybe you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a doctor, you got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, your dreams will not come true. If you don't believe in yourself, your plans, your goals will fail because there's going to be tough times. There's going to be ups and downs. You got to have a lot of confidence in your ability, confidence in your mindset that you're going to make it happen. You're going to figure it out. You don't always have the money. You may not have the resources. You might have people clapping for you and cheering you on through the grind, through the ups and downs. So you got to believe in yourself. Even if your vision is so big, like you want to start a company or you want to go for this promotion and you may seem like you're not the best fit for it at the moment. If you believe in yourself and you start putting in the work, there's a good chance it'll happen. Because most people, they fail with the self-doubt. They talk themselves out of it. Man, I can't, I'm too old to make this music. I'm too old to start acting, or I'm not smart enough to become a doctor or lawyer. And they quit and they give up. So you need to have a delusional amount of confidence that you can make it happen, that you're going to figure it out. Step number 2, consistency. I saw a quote the other day and it said, consistency never looks impressive in the moment, only in the future. I'm going to say that again. Consistency never looks impressive in the moment, only in time in the future. And that's very true. It's like when you're doing these small things to improve your life, to improve your situation, the little things don't look impressive. When you decide to not order the pizza and you eat healthy, that's a little thing. Doesn't seem impressive on a Wednesday night. When you go to the gym and it's been 4 or 5 days in a row and you want to take a day off because now the weather's nice and you could hang out and go do something else, but you go again. It doesn't seem impressive in the moment, but over time, it's going to give you the results. Your future self is going to be happy that you stayed consistent with your goals, that you stayed consistent to the plan, to the mission. Look, it's not impressive when you tell yourself, I'm going to read a book a week, and you stay home for a couple hours reading that book, and you don't go out and you don't party. It doesn't look impressive. It's not the cool, trendy thing to do. Some people call you, oh man, you on some nerdy shit. Yeah, I'm trying to learn something new. So I'm reading a book or I'm listening to an audiobook. Instead of wasting time and be consistent in things that are negative. If you start being consistent with the positive things, it gives you momentum. It's a snowball effect. So you got to practice being consistent, showing up every day. Number 3, I think, is one that gets talked about a lot. It's probably the most crucial step in the cheat code for success is discipline. Now, a lot of people, when they come on these platforms and they talk about discipline, a lot of it is a common theme of doing the things that you don't want to do, but you do them because they have to be done. And there's a lot of truth to that. That's a very important skill set to have that, hey, man, you may not want to type that paper you have for your class, but you got to get it done and you don't feel like doing it. You told yourself you're going to clean out the garage for all those years, and now you got a nice day outside, you got the day off, and now you don't want to do it, but you got to do it. You told yourself this was a goal. You told yourself this was a task that you had to complete. And a lot of people talk about, doing the things that you have to get done, regardless of how you feel, regardless of the weather, regardless of the economy, you have to get it done. But there's another side to discipline that a lot of people don't talk about. And that's the discipline of elimination. And it's a different way to look at it. Sometimes you have to have the discipline to eliminate people, places, and things. So let's start with the people. You might have some people in your family that you don't get along with. You may have somebody in your family who owes you money. Every time they need money, they hit you up. You hit them with some money. Now, 2 months later, you calling them, hey man, can I borrow some money? Can you hit me? Money you owe me? Now they're ignoring your phone calls, going to voicemail. They're not calling you back. So when you needed you picked up the phone, you held it down for them. Now we need them, they ghost. So sometimes you have to eliminate people. You need to eliminate some of your friends sometimes. Some of your friends, you got an idea about becoming a better person, eliminating certain vices. Maybe you're spending too much money at the bar, the club, and now your friend's like, yo, come through, we gonna drink, we gonna party, we gonna play some cards, man. Then we gonna step out to the clubs. You're like, nah, I'm good this weekend. I'm just gonna chill. I got some other things I'm working on. And now they start complaining. What you mean you ain't coming through? It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be girls. It's gonna be we smoking, we drinking, we doing this. And you're like, well, I got a bigger vision. I got a bigger goal at the moment. I'm not with that this weekend. So sometimes you got to eliminate people. They're going to take you on the wrong path. You got to eliminate places. Some of these places y'all go to, some of these places I went to, I don't really rock with no more. I had a homie hit me up and was like, yo, pull up to the spot. And I was like, man, last time I was there were some sketchy people doing some sketchy stuff. I wasn't feeling the vibe. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good on that. I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, man, come on, bro. Just kick it for half an hour, 45 minutes, and we going to hit this other spot. I'm like, I don't like going over there. People over there be on some bullshit. Right? The spot got bad service, sketchy clientele, and I don't like the vibe. So why am I going to spend my money over there? You can go. I'll catch you later. So sometimes you got to eliminate places. This place is not going to be for your growth. This place is not going to be a good place for your future. Stop going. Right? Things. Sometimes you got to have the discipline to eliminate things. Vices, man. We all got vices. Sometimes vices could be social media. You're on a gram all the time. You're on TikTok all the time. Listen to people argue. People complaining about the government, people complaining about the world. They're not doing nothing to fix it, to change it. They're just complaining. And there you are watching it. I give an example. I have, there's this one sports show I really, really like. It's pretty good. But every morning I was watching it. And then I start realizing, I'm like, yo, I'm wasting like 40 minutes of my morning watching and listening to these guys argue about who lost and who won and who's going to get traded. And that stuff does not affect my life. And I like sports. But if I'm wasting 45 minutes of my morning listening to these dudes on some podcast, arguing, complaining, talking about some nonsense that's not going to affect my life in 5 years, 10 years from now, that's a waste of my time. I could have got up, got a workout in, read a book, did some journaling, did something more positive, worked on a business plan, right? Instead of wasting 45 minutes listening to 2-3 dudes arguing about the game. Social media can be a vice. What you drinking, what you smoking, how much you drink, how much you smoke, right? I live in New York, state of New York. It's legal. Everybody's smoking all the time. Sometimes that weed can slow you down. It's not for everybody. Sometimes you can smoke, give you a little inspiration. They're good. Sometimes you smoke and you get that, man, I'm just going to chill at the crib now. I'm going to order some food. I ain't going to do nothing. Instead of getting after it. That's what happens. That could be a vice. Some people go to strip clubs and some people go to nightclubs and they're doing the same thing every weekend. Partying, wasting their money, hanging out with people they don't even like, people that they don't even know. There's a bunch of strangers in the spot. And you're just wasting time, wasting years. And I like to go out from time to time. If partying and nightclubbing is your thing, cool, that's cool. But the drink's always going to be there. The girl's always going to be there. The party's always going to be there. But you don't got time to waste. I don't got time to waste. And sometimes those things aren't even good for your mindset. Now you wake up hungover. You spent a bunch of money. You got in an argument with one of your homies. Now you're upset. And now you got stuff to do. Throwing off your whole morning, throwing off your whole day. So sometimes you got to take a step back and say, I need to have the discipline to maybe not go over there, not to hang out with him or her, not to engage in this activity. You need to have the discipline of subtraction. And then you'll start growing a little bit better. Start growing a little bit faster. These are just 3 steps that I think are super important for you to level up. You got to believe in yourself. You got to be consistent. You got to have discipline. A lot of people are always worried about the competition. Most of the time, you are the competition. It's you versus you. You're worried about what some other guy's doing or what some other chick's doing, and you need to worry about what you got going on. You need to worry about your finances. You need to worry about your job, your career, your business. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. A lot of this stuff on social media is fake anyway. They faking numbers, they faking cards, they faking jewelry, and you stressing because you don't got it. You got to believe in yourself that you're going to figure it out. Doesn't matter how much money you have or you don't have. It doesn't matter what background you come from. Doesn't matter what race you are. Doesn't matter what religion you're. If you got a big goal, you got dreams, you got a vision, you got to go after it. Believe in yourself, because I believe in you. Stay consistent. Stay disciplined. That's the message for today. Embrace the journey one step at a time. Peace.